Empires. These vast, sprawling entities have shaped the world we know. From the laws we live by to the languages we speak, their influence echoes through time.
But what is an empire? It's more than just size, it's a complex web of power, culture, and conquest. Empires rise and fall, leaving behind monuments and ruins. Their stories, though often brutal, hold valuable lessons.
By studying their successes and failures, we gain a deeper understanding of our own world. The patterns of history, like the rise and fall of empires, can offer guidance for the present and future.
Understanding empires means grappling with conquest and its consequences. It means acknowledging the human cost of ambition and the fleeting nature of dominance. Yet it also means appreciating the cultural exchange, innovation, and moments of brilliance that empires often fostered. Our journey begins in the ancient Near East, the cradle of civilization, where human societies first took root and flourished. Here, along the fertile banks of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, emerged the world's first empires, Mesopotamia, a land of innovation and progress. City-states like Sumer, Akkad, and Babylon rose to prominence, vying for control of land and resources, each contributing uniquely to the region's rich history.
These early empires were built on agriculture and trade, creating bustling marketplaces and extensive trade networks. They developed sophisticated systems of writing, law, and governance, which laid the foundation for future administrative systems. Monumental architecture, like the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, reflected their power and religious beliefs, standing as symbols of their cultural achievements.
Meanwhile, along the Nile River, another great empire flourished, Egypt, a civilization renowned for its grandeur and longevity. Unified under powerful pharaohs, Egypt thrived for centuries, leaving behind a legacy of monumental achievements. Their innovations in mathematics, astronomy, and engineering are still admired today, showcasing their advanced understanding of the world. The pyramids and temples of Egypt stand as a testament to their enduring legacy, marvels of ancient engineering and architectural prowess.
These early empires, though long gone, laid the groundwork for future civilizations, influencing countless societies that followed. They established the blueprint for imperial rule, centralized power, sophisticated administration, and ambitious expansion, shaping the course of human history.
As centuries passed, new technologies and military strategies emerged, transforming the way wars were fought and empires were built. The discovery and use of iron gave rise to powerful empires like the Assyrians, who mastered the art of iron weaponry. Known for their ruthlessness in battle, the Assyrians forged the largest empire yet seen in the ancient Near East, leaving a lasting impact on the region.
They controlled trade routes, levied taxes, and facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas across vast distances, and established a complex system of provincial administration, which allowed them to manage their expansive territories effectively. Their military prowess was legendary, utilizing chariots, iron weapons, and innovative tactics to dominate their foes, and siege warfare to subdue their enemies, showcasing their strategic brilliance in warfare.
However, the Assyrians' reign was short-lived as their harsh methods eventually led to widespread rebellion. Their brutality and reliance on military might sowed the seeds of their downfall, making them vulnerable to internal strife and external threats. From the ashes of the Assyrian Empire rose the Persians, led by the visionary leader Cyrus the Great.
The Persians, unlike their predecessors, adopted a policy of tolerance and cultural integration, which helped them maintain control over diverse populations. Their vast empire stretched from Egypt to India, connected by a network of roads and a postal service, facilitating communication and governance. This period marked a shift in imperial strategy, demonstrating that longevity often depended on more than just brute force, but also on effective governance and cultural cohesion.
In the 4th century BCE, a new power emerged from the west, Macedon. Under the leadership of Alexander the Great, the Macedonians conquered the Persian Empire in a whirlwind campaign. Alexander's empire stretched from Greece to India, encompassing a staggering diversity of cultures and peoples.
He founded cities, encouraged trade, and sought to create a unified empire based on Hellenistic culture, a fusion of Greek and Eastern traditions. However, Alexander's empire was short-lived. Upon his death at the age of 32, his vast realm was divided amongst his generals.
Despite its brevity, Alexander's conquests had a profound impact on history. They ushered in the Hellenistic period, a time of cultural exchange and intellectual ferment that influenced the development of Western civilization.
While Alexander's empire fragmented, a new power was rising in the West Rome.
Initially a small city-state in Italy, Rome gradually expanded its influence, eventually conquering the entire Mediterranean basin.
Unlike Alexander's rapid conquests, Rome's rise to power was a slow and deliberate process.
The Roman Republic, characterized by its system of representative government and its powerful legions, proved to be a formidable force.
Through a combination of military might, strategic alliances, and skillful diplomacy, Rome extended its dominion over vast territories.
Roman law, engineering, and culture spread throughout the empire.
The Pax Romana, a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity, fostered trade, art, and intellectual pursuits.
Rome's success lay not only in its military prowess, but also in its ability to integrate conquered peoples, build infrastructure, and establish a lasting peace within its borders.
Far to the east, another great empire flourished, the Han Dynasty of China.
Ruling for over 4 centuries, the Han Dynasty is considered a golden age in Chinese history.
They established a centralized bureaucracy, promoted Confucianism as the state philosophy, and fostered significant advancements in science, technology, and the arts.
The Han Dynasty expanded Chinese territory, repelling nomadic tribes and establishing control over key trade routes, including the Silk Road.
This vast network of interconnected routes facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture between East and West.
The Han's legacy is immense.
Their innovations, such as papermaking and the compass, would have a lasting impact on world civilization.
Their administrative and cultural achievements set the standard for later Chinese dynasties.
The Han Dynasty, like Rome in the West, demonstrated the enduring power of centralized governance, cultural unity, and economic prosperity.
The rise of empires is often a tale of ambition, conquest, and cultural brilliance.
However, their falls are often marked by common threads: internal strife, economic instability, and overexpansion.
These cracks in the foundation, if left unchecked, could weaken even the mightiest of empires.
Rome, for example, suffered from rampant corruption, political instability, and a widening gap between the rich and poor.
The empire, once a model of efficient administration, became increasingly difficult to manage.
Succession crises, civil wars, and economic woes plagued the later Roman Empire, weakening its defenses and undermining its authority.
Similarly, the Han Dynasty faced its own internal challenges.
Peasant uprisings, fueled by land inequality and corruption, challenged the central government's authority.
A combination of natural disasters, economic woes, and factionalism within the ruling class weakened the Han Dynasty, ultimately leading to its downfall.
While internal problems often weakened empires from within, external pressures could deliver the final blow.
Throughout history, nomadic tribes and migrating populations have played a significant role in the collapse of empires.
These groups, often driven by environmental changes, political upheaval, or the search for new resources, exerted pressure on the frontiers of established empires.
The Huns, a nomadic group from Central Asia, put immense pressure on the already weakened Western Roman Empire.
Their raids and incursions disrupted trade, displaced populations, and hastened the empire's fragmentation.
Similarly, the Han Dynasty faced constant pressure from nomadic tribes along its northern borders.
These conflicts, costly in terms of both resources and manpower, contributed to the Han's decline.
The collapse of empires is rarely a single event, but rather a complex process involving a combination of internal weaknesses and external pressures.
The rise and fall of empires offer valuable lessons for us today. These stories, etched in the annals of history, serve as a mirror reflecting the triumphs and failures of human civilization.
They remind us that power is fleeting, that even the most dominant civilizations are not immune to decline. The grandeur of their achievements often stands in stark contrast to the ruins they leave behind.
By studying the mistakes of the past, we can gain insights into the challenges facing our own world. History is not just a record of what has been, but a guide to what could be.
One key lesson is the importance of adaptability. Civilizations that embraced change and innovation were often the ones that thrived.
Empires that were able to adapt to changing circumstances, whether internal or external, were more likely to survive. Flexibility and resilience were their strengths,
Those that clung to outdated practices or failed to address underlying problems often met their demise. Stagnation and resistance to change were their downfalls.
Another important lesson is the interconnectedness of the world. No empire existed in a vacuum. Their fates were intertwined with those of others.
Empires did not exist in isolation, but were part of a complex web of trade, diplomacy, and conflict. Their interactions shaped the course of history.
The decisions made by one empire had ripple effects throughout the world. These choices often led to unforeseen consequences, both positive and negative.
Understanding these connections is crucial for navigating the complexities of our own globalized society. The past teaches us that our actions today will shape the world of tomorrow.
The stories of empires, though often brutal and tragic, are ultimately stories of humanity, its ambition, its ingenuity, and its capacity for both greatness and destruction. They are a testament to our enduring quest for power and meaning.
By studying these stories, we can learn from the mistakes of the past and strive to create a more just and sustainable future. The lessons of fallen empires are a call to action for us all.
Stay tuned for our upcoming videos on the Renaissance, Industrial Revolution, and more. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more historical insights and join us on this journey through time.